I'm back, baby. Yep, this was Project Cars. I hope I don't get a copyright strike because of that music track, but that's gonna suck. Anywho, Project Cars. This is a new racing simulator to have. I've just been playing it for the past 30 minutes to an hour, and it's quite amazing. It definitely is superior to GT5, 6, or any other racing sims that I've tried. Graphically, it's second to none, basically. I'm using the PC version. It's also available for Xbox One and PS4. And there's so many options. Right now I'm going through the steering wheel force feedback options. You can set it to exactly how you want it. So I'm using a G27. I didn't mess with these options quite a lot out of the box, but the wheel calibration, it was quite good. The road feel is excellent. The feedback that I get through the wheels, through the steering wheel, it's perfect. I'm just going to have to fine-tune it later on a little bit, but it's superior to GT6. I never thought I'd say that because I really love the Gran Turismo, but this is something else. I'm going to be playing this from now on a regular basis, and these are the graphic options on the PC version, which is superior. Everything's maxed out on a pair of GTX 770s. Not the latest cards out there, but, they can still play the game maxed out. They're in SLI, obviously, two of them. Other than that, I'm still getting used to the physics, the driving physics. It's a little bit different than GT, and it's a lot more unforgiving. It's quite hard to control the car and rescue it out of a spin, especially the mid-engine race cars that I've been, trying to drive. You'll see in a bit. I'll be driving in the Nürburgrings. But the game is very detailed, a ton of options, a lot of customization. The only niggle I have about it is that the car selections, it's not that great, but hopefully with future DLCs, we'll get a bit more. Same with tracks. The tracks are laser scanned. The surface is amazing. You can feel literally every bump. It is very detailed, the laser scan tracks, which I think a lot of racing sims have been using these days, that sort of technique. But it works. You can feel the understeer, oversteer. You can feel everything as long as you got a decent wheel and a good butt. But you're seeing the tracks right now. A lot of different variations of the same track, which is okay. The cars are decently varied. There'll be more later on. These take a long time to develop, especially because these are completely 3D rendered model inside and out. You got multiple different viewing options from the bumper, from inside the car, from the driver's eye, even from inside the driver's helmet, which is a new thing you'll see in a minute. It's quite nice. The sounds are pretty good. Driving physics are excellent. I'm still getting used to them, as you'll see in the video, which I keep promising. It's a bit hard, but I'm getting used to it. Again, I've only been playing this for 30 minutes to an hour and already loving it. The graphics are just amazing. I remember when I was playing GT6 in the Aston Martin 177, when I switched to the interior view, when you can see the inside of the car as well as drive, the FPS would drop down to like 30 because it would start lagging, be jittery, and I had to drive with the hood camera because I couldn't take the performance hit. We just couldn't drive smoothly. But this, if you have decent hardware, it doesn't matter what you have. It uses a lot of RAM, like around 6 gigs, which might not sound like a lot, but for a game like this, it's quite a lot. It eats the hardware. The better hardware you have, the better it'll perform. And right now I'm just running on a single 1080p screen. I'll probably going to get 3 and do a surround setup later on, but for now, I'm just testing the waters. I got to put a better rig together and try this. The damage system is amazing. When you get damaged, damage was basically non-existent in Gran Turismo, right? But this is extremely detailed, and I'm about to shut up because quite terrible lap is about to start.
Green, green, green. Box. Come in and we'll try and get you back up and running. Careful on the way back to the pits. Keep it steady.
That was quite terrible, wasn't it? My driving, not the game. The game is excellent. The damage system is amazing. I have this on the hardest difficulty settings, so no aids apart from ABS, which I turned on just to learn how to drive it properly first. I'll probably switch it off. But damage system is amazing, especially when you put it on the hardest difficulty. It's not cosmetics, it's full damage. I lost a tire, a wheel there. Now I have to limp back home. Probably not gonna make it, but yeah, it's superior to GT6 in every way in terms of driving physics. It's a lot less forgiving if you make a mistake, and you just can't correct it as easily as you did. Maybe it's the tires, maybe it's the settings. I don't know. I'm still getting used to it, but I'm loving it. It's a breath of fresh air. I'm going to keep playing it for a good while. This was my second run on the Nürburgring. Plus, the nice thing is now I can upload videos in 60 frames a second. So if you have Chrome, you'll be able to watch it in 60 frames a second at 1080p, which is nice. Maybe I'll record. I get a better monitor, record in 4K perhaps. But the graphic systems I have, the graphic card, they're not as good. As you can see here, you can adjust your seating position, so you can go left, right, up, down, forward, and backwards. You can change your field of view on the go, which is amazing. Just look at those hand animations. They are amazing. When you do a full 450 degrees with the wheel, it's perfectly animated. This was my main gripe with the GT, that no matter how good it was, no matter how much steering input it wouldn't show it in the game, and this shows it. It's very, very good. And yeah, I gotta stop fanboying now. I'll see you guys soon with more videos.